So I ended up with flat 6 because I had gone to an independent shop when my clutch went out. I love rally driving, and you're gonna have people watching this that go to the Tail of the Dragon, do dragon rallies and that sort of thing. I've done that a ton. My clutch started to let go at about, I don't know, 80,000 miles. So it was time for a replacement, right? It went bad at a rally. I nursed the car back to Henderson, Kentucky, 6 hours away. My wife was with me. We grabbed my Cayenne, drove all the way back, did the rally in the Cayenne. That's another story. But we like to drive a lot. So I had an independent tech replace the clutch in my car. I drive the car maybe another 2,000 miles. And I start getting this weird sort of oil pressure gauge displacement. It was either 5 all the way at the top or 0.5 at the very bottom. And I don't know anything, but that didn't seem right. So he calls me up and he says, "Curt, well, I have bad news and terrible news." What's the good news? Well, the only good news is I'm not going to charge you anything right now except for this oil change. Okay. He said, so the bad news is I can't fix your convertible top. Those things suck. You got to go to a dealer. All right. What's the terrible news? Well, there's metal in the oil change. Is that a big deal? Apparently, yes. That's a big deal. And he says, you cannot drive this car anymore. Hey, I'll rebuild it for you for cheap, but your best solution is I'll put really thick oil in it. I'll change out the code, sell it immediately, and get something else. You know, I love this car. My wife and I have driven this all across the country. It's you know, we've taken it to Lake Tahoe. We drove the loneliest roads in America. We drove up Pikes Peak on the $1 Million Highway. We've got big plans for it. It's awesome. So I didn't want to do that. So I started doing some research. And there was this guy that kept coming around, this Jake Raby guy, and decided I wanted a flat 6 motor. And that was 19 months went by. And I was like second to last of the old program. So I ended up with an R series. It's a R40 motor, 4.1 liters, flat 6 innovations, which I put on my license plate over there. And I got a new car last summer. My wife and I drove from Kentucky. Jake calls me up. He's like, all right, man, your car's ready. I'm going to arrange to have it shipped. I built it myself. And I was like, can I just come get it? On our anniversary, okay, our 33rd wedding anniversary, I said, honey, I got a surprise for you. Let's hop in the car, drive 8 hours to Georgia to pick up our convertible and drive it home the same day. But I'll buy you lunch in Helen. So that's exactly what we did. So this used to be a Carrera S 2008, and it didn't have enough power coming through turns in second gear on hairpins and that sort of thing. It was great. However, the power was really lacking. It felt almost choked. The new Flat 6 Innovations motor is unbelievably different. The torque value at low RPMs, if you're taking a hairpin turn in second gear, you nail the throttle and it's got immediate response, especially the R40. It's got such a different feel to it that I literally took the badging off. This is no longer a Carrera S. It's a Flat 6 Innovations R40 at 4.1 liters. I took a couple of notes from Jake's class because I have no idea the difference between a mass airflow sensor and an evaporation system. I mean, I have no idea. Secondary air oil separators, durometric stuff. I have all this stuff, have no idea how it works, but I'm learning. And Jake just said that I'm his test dummy. Well, not in so many words, but close. He said, if you can learn this, anybody can, and I'll know I'm getting through. So that's why I'm down here for this class.